The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Welcome to Mr. versus Mrs. LaGrasso versus LaGrasso, right here on Vince Russo's The Brand and Big Vito Brand Audio. I'm the Mrs. I am Noel, and this is my husband. He's the Mr. Big Vito LaGrasso, former WWE superstar. I am still in Pennsylvania because I decided just not to come home, and Vito's still in Florida celebrating his pretend single life with his stupid thug life hat on, waving his arms around. What do you have to say for yourself?
Ma, the meatloaf. Meatloaf, yeah.
You're such a dork, Vito.
Why am I a dork? Why am I a dork? I don't understand.
Why I was gone, you're out here doing all this stuff and making all these new friends and doing all these things. And, you know, I'm here. I hang out with the family. But you're out there, like, making this whole new business and everything. What's with you?
I'm enjoying my life. Why can't I enjoy my life? I'm the BIGV for the LOG, making things happen, making dreams come true. Holla, y'all.
Whose dream is coming true? Dealing
A lot
with
of people, believe me.
my nightmare, folks. Latch on to that. Latch on to that one. I look like a Jedi with my hood up. Check that out. You are not the droid I'm looking for. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that look. Should I leave it? I'm like Lindsay Lohan.
No.
No? Not okay. I'll take it off then. All right, Vito. So last week you lost. You did not invent Jovan Musk.
I didn't.
Nope. The fans have spoken. You did not.
The people did not get the memo. It was a long time ago. It was in my young days as an entrepreneur, and people just don't remember.
You are making this up. You were never, ever, ever, ever the proprietor of Jovan Musk. Never. I'm sorry. You weren't. You were voted out. So you lost. Hold on a second. I got to get my beverage because you know me. You lost.
No.
Yes, you lost last week, but it was a slim margin.
By a slim margin. So what does that tell you?
A slim margin means
it was a while ago when I started this Jovan thing. People forget I was with the Knicks. I just like, you know.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, my friend. You lost again. So you're on a roll of losing again, Vito. Oh, by the way, this is actually our official 1-year anniversary of the show.
Congratulations to us. We made it 1 year.
1 year, and there has been no physical altercations. 1 year. You have lost about 85% of the time.
Right. Go ahead. Keep downing me for the public to see
I'm not downing you. You just
see how happy I am that you're away from me.
You just don't like facts, sir.
No,
I present the facts, and then you get upset about it.
You know, I enjoy the single life.
Oh, I'm sure. Your sister told me you're sitting in the house by yourself.
I'm far from sitting in the house. How can anybody tell me what I'm doing when
because
nobody is
you're in
around
Florida, and I'm here in Pennsylvania.
Exactly. So if I'm here, you're there. How the hell do you know what I'm doing? And
because your sister's there, and you apparently
she's in her own home with her husband and her screaming child, and dealing with all the nonsense over there in Providence.
She has a cold. She's not screaming. Everybody knows she's wonderful. She's screaming because she has a cold. Are you ready for this week's vote, Mr. Single Gigolo down there in Florida with your hat? And who wears a wool hat with a robe?
Thug life in it, baby. Just thug life.
Jesus, I can't.
Oh my God. Is there any more complaints? You haven't said one nice thing. That's why this separation is good. Good for us.
Don't tell people.
You don't appreciate what you have.
You don't appreciate what you have.
I do appreciate it.
Well, listen, I came home to my wonderful parents who don't argue with me, who treat me nice, and my mom cooks wonderful meals.
So
I appreciate what I have here in Pennsylvania.
Another week. Stay another week. There's no rush to come home, baby.
I'm not. I didn't. I changed my flight to stay longer. Maybe I'll change it again. You don't know.
Changing again. It was only $2 to change it. Stay another week. It's okay. I got this.
I'll stay forever.
Go ahead. I dare you.
Please.
Stay.
Dare me,
People,
please.
yeah, here it is. Noelle hasn't seen her family in 2.5 years. I said to stay there. I said stay another week just to get it in. Because you don't know when you go back. I said stay there.
To get it in.
Stay there another week. Then you're rushing home to not be. You're gonna come home. You're not gonna be happy. You're gonna say, "I wish I was home. I wish I was with my mom. I love my dad." So stay there another week.
Maybe I want to bring them back with me, and we're all going to invade your space. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe I'm going to pack everybody up and roll on down. Look at that face. Maybe you should be nice to me before I roll the whole family down to Florida.
Now, maybe you should stay an extra week, another week, get your PA in, see your peeps, see all the peeps. I would like to, that would be awesome if you did stay another week and we could do a friend reunion with all our peeps.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? But you know what? With COVID, you can't do that. With COVID, we can't do that because there's people that won't come out, and I'm here, and I can't expose my parents to COVID because we want to do a peeps reunion. But when everything's done, we'll come back up and we'll do a peeps reunion.
No, you can go back up to the cold. I'm staying right here.
It's not cold here. It's actually quite pleasant.
It's pleasant right here in the FLA.
The FLA. So are you ready for this week's topic?
Go ahead, player. Bring it to me.
Okay, so we're in different regions currently. And we were discussing last night because I was eating a big, fat, huge sandwich. The different dialects in different regions and what you call different food. And this has come up before because you lived in Pennsylvania. People used to yell at you for what you call a hoagie. Because in the Philadelphia region, a sandwich, like a submarine sandwich with multiple meats, cheeses, tomato, lettuce, a little oil, and that is called a hoagie. But that is not what you call it.
It's a sub.
Now, you think it's a sub.
It is a sub.
Well, no, I think it's a hoagie. So we decided that we would love to have people vote on whether it's a hoagie or a sub, because we have argued about this many times. Now, with Wawa spreading out to other places, people are starting to pick up the hoagie dialect because they say in Florida, do you want a hoagie at Wawa, right?
No, I haven't heard it yet, but go ahead.
Do you push the little buttons on the screen? You're there enough.
Yeah, but I pressed the button that says subs.
There is no sub button at Wawa.
There is.
You're making things up again. You're laughing because you know you're lying.
Oh my God! You are so negative, and I'm glad I am glad that people are seeing the way you treat me, like in real life, how mean you are. You say nothing nice.
Everybody knows
to
I'm
me.
not.
Okay.
Everyone knows I'm not mean. Look, I'm doing my J.C. Penney's portrait studio face.
Boring.
I'm not boring. Vito.
Yes.
People have been telling me there's many different names to the sandwich. And a few weeks ago, our friend Duke had a little poll up because he had this big rant about what people call soda in different regions, okay? Right. Now, there are, in Pennsylvania, you got like your coal region over here, and then you got like your Philly area over here. Well, the people over there call soda pop.
Right, that's true.
Okay, so people over here call it soda. But didn't you tell me in the South they call it something different?
In Memphis, they call it, you want a Coke. You always say, what kind? So Coke means soda, and
Mom, do I hear you participate? They call it Coke. Mom's participating from around the corner.
Right. And over here at the LOG, we call it a frosty beverage.
You do call it a frosty beverage. You always had. Do your impression of my brother-in-law pouring frosty beverages. That's my favorite. And cutting little sausages.
Oh, no, I can't. No.
You can't do it?
You don't want to bring the ratings down. Sorry.
I like when you're like, here you go. Yeah, oh, you smell coffee? Let me make you some coffee. I like when you do. That's good. So in different regions there was pop, but then somebody chimed in with seltzer. Who calls soda seltzer?
Some people, I've heard that.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Like, where does that come from? Is it because it's fizzy and it's like the base? Like some people take a seltzer.
It's carbonated.
Carbonated. That's right. Well, I have a drink here. This is like sparkling ice and it's carbonated. Now, this I would probably say was seltzer. This I would think of as like a seltzer, right? But not like Coke. Not like Pepsi. By the way, which do you choose, Coke or Pepsi? Whole other topic here, but which do you choose, Coke or Pepsi?
I've been a Coca-Cola fan, like a Diet Coke guy for a long time, but I've drank Diet Pepsi before, so I mean, like I prefer the Diet Coke, but if there's Diet Pepsi to me,
I prefer the Diet Coke as well. I think Pepsi goes flat really fast. Mom, Coke or Pepsi? Coke too. We never had Pepsi in our house as kids, ever. It goes flat really fast.
The only time you have Pepsi in your house is when your sister comes over, then you buy the cheap stuff.
No, that's when you get Shasta. When you're going for the cheap stuff, it's like Royal Cola, RC, or Shasta, or I don't know. People like Fanta. I don't like Fanta.
No.
I'm not a Fanta person. But as far as the sandwiches go,
well, we have 3 names we can go by, guys. 3 names. You have a hoagie for Noel. You have a sub for Vito. And then you have number 3, which is a hero.
Right, a hero. That's what I was going to get to. Number 3 is a hero. And these are old names. Like they come from people going and working out on the docks and making sandwiches. And that's, if you research an actual sandwich like that, that's like an old term. These regional terms are all really old terms. You know what got me is I went down to, I used to train to wrestle in Lower Virginia, right down towards Richmond. And we went to a restaurant one night. All the boys went out to eat. And when I ordered a regular like sub sandwich that I would consider a hoagie, that shit came out toasted.
Yep, they cook it to the
So some places they toast it and they call it that. But if you toast a sandwich here, where I'm at, it's called a grinder.
Now, if you go
complicated.
Going back, I'm talking like 40 years from when you were a kid and when you're growing up, a hero was the name of the sandwich. That was the everyday name. You can ask your mom, because hero went, and then hoagies came after it. So hero is the original term for a submarine sandwich. I think it went hero, submarine, hoagie, in that order.
I don't know. I'd have to look that up because I know that hoagie was called hoagie because it had something to do with like the guys working on the dock and things like that. Mom, do you know sandwich history? Hogue Island is where they get hoagies, where the doctors. My mom's a genius, by the way.
And for those vegetarians, that's where we came up with the wedge.
The wedge. Wedge Island.
Wedge Island.
Gonna have a wedge. But did you see me suck my hair? And that was amazing.
Isn't that wonderful?
So honestly, you could have like many different names for this, but there's many different sandwiches, but they all fall under the same thing. Like you can have an American hoagie or submarine,
those
whatever.
Are the names of the combinations, but
right. But they're all the same base of the thing. So you're you're backing the sub. Mm-hmm. I'm backing the hoagie, and then we're going to let the people decide between that and the hero.
Right. So you have 3 choices, people. 3 choices: hoagie, sub, hero. You pick the one.
Yeah, you get to pick. So you guys are going to get 5 days, 5, count them, to be able to choose which you're backing: Noel's hoagie, Vito's sub, or the world's hero. I guess.
You just got a sandwich from your favorite place in Pennsylvania, Triple Fresh.
Triple Fresh. Shout out to Triple Fresh. They catered our wedding.
Right. So you just got a sandwich. Now, has it changed much since when you were last there?
No, it's exactly the same.
Okay.
But now they're on DoorDash, which they weren't before, which is good that I moved away, because if I had, DoorDash option to order a sandwich from there, guess what though? On DoorDash, I can't order a chicken finger hoagie.
Yeah, that makes sense. They want to just
It's not on there. And that's like you put chicken fingers and then the hoagie toppings on there on the bread. It's definitely for fat people like me. So you can't like order that on the thing. And I was a little disturbed by that.
I think
You
that
still have your favorite, the Fat Anthony.
but if you'd let me talk instead of cut me off, I'd be able to get something in. Thank
You
you.
asked me a question.
No, I didn't. I'm just sitting here. I'm trying to cut in.
You asked if it changed. I'm giving you the answer.
Noel,
say what you're going to say.
you're long-winded. You talk too much. You don't
Oh my God,
share.
that's what I tell you all the time. I have to hit you to get you to stop talking.
I'm sitting here. Shut up. This is the Noel show since you've been home with mommy and daddy.
Oh, are we really? My mommy said
No.
you could come home too if you wanted to.
No, too much. There would be two. I mean, right now there's love in the house, but if I showed up, there'd really be some love in the house.
Too many LaGrassos in Pennsylvania.
No. They would just have me, the BIGV from the LOG, and boy, would there be jellies.
Not for me. My mommy and daddy love me.
No, brother Benny, Aaron would be over every day.
Dr. E.
Dr. E.
Nope. Sorry.
And then you'd be crying. Then Joyce and I, the big dog, we'd go, hey, big dog, let's go rehash and rekindle our friendship. Let's go look at some snow tires just for laughs.
No, you know what, guys? I don't know if we've ever said this on the show, but my mom calls Vito the puppy because she's the big dog and he's not. So she calls him the puppy. I love that.
Good. And something, guys, you talk about where personalities come from and you talk about families. Well, the Noel family happens to be a fun-loving family, and they do have quite the personalities in the house.
We do.
We do. Honestly, truly, no lie.
Characters over here.
And you know what? When everybody gets together, everybody has a good time and it's fun, a lot of joking, a lot of smiles, a lot of laughter. So, I mean, that's what attributes to Noel's personality on TV, even though she's a goof at times. I mean, it comes from somewhere in the family, but we won't name names.
You're not going to name names. Everybody in my family's the same. We're all goofy. But if you look at pictures of my family all together, everybody's always smiling and laughing. But you look at other people and they take family pictures and they have these serious faces. But not in my family. We don't have serious faces. Nobody has a serious face. I don't think anybody takes anything serious here. We just have fun. And that's, it's just the way it was. It was great being raised that way. I hate when people say they had like, oh, my family was this or my family. We just had fun. That's it. We just had fun. We always had nicknames for people and kind of.
Here's the thing. When you get the invite to people's houses, not everybody invites people over. Special parties for special people.
That is true. Sometimes you get the lockout, but that's not the immediate inner circle, though. That's not the inner circle. In the inner circle, you're always invited. It's the outer circle.
Well, when you just come over to eat for free and go home.
It's what, Mom? Yeah, Mom says you got to earn it. She did invite you home, though, so I guess you earned it.
For a change, usually they were kicking me out. How could you date him? How could you marry him? What the hell? And then when I proposed, before I proposed to my wife, I asked permission from the family if it was okay to show old customs. And they said, we'll let you know in 2 weeks.
Mom, did you say you'll let him know in 2 weeks when he asked to marry me? She doesn't remember. She doesn't even remember if she did it or not. She's out there laughing.
But everybody remembers the watch episode.
Which watch? Oh, where you told me I was getting a watch for Valentine's Day, and I don't ever wear watches.
And let me tell you something. Noel's mother was a pro because
she was a pro.
She told her she was getting a watch. Just enjoy the watch. Shut up. Just take the watch. It could be a good watch.
It's a nice watch. I went. Even people like I didn't even realize Vito knew were telling me, "Oh, I heard about the watch." And I'm like, something's wrong. Like, what is with this? I thought really it was a retirement watch. I thought it was like the old Dusty Rhodes promo. You give him a watch, you kick
it wasn't wrestling. No.
I'm saying with the watch, I thought you were going to dump me.
Exactly. I was trying to
watch, and I was done.
This is your goodbye watch. Watch
I
time.
I go over to get my hair done at Liz's house. Or no, I was at Tate Hammer's house.
Yep.
Liz was there doing my hair because we were going to have this big week in Atlantic City. And Tate was like, "This watch is awesome." And I'm like, "How do you know about this watch?" Oh, Vito called. And then Liz was like, "Yeah, I saw a picture of the watch." And I'm thinking, Vito doesn't even know how to take a picture. Where are they getting this? But I never guessed. I never knew he was going to ask me to marry him. I had no idea.
I didn't know either.
That's not true. You told me you told everybody on the plane and you were all drinking together.
Yeah, because I was getting free drinks.
Oh, yeah. You probably still tell people on the plane you're getting engaged.
Exactly.
And you people vote for him. How could you vote for that? He's hustling free drinks from the airlines. Come on.
It works.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it
works. The last minute phone numbers for the old black book.
Oh, my God. You know, you're lucky you made it past my parents' driveway. You didn't have an easy start here.
Yeah.
You didn't. You had to get through some obstacles to win everybody over. And it wasn't your fault, but you had to get over some obstacles, right?
Yeah, I mean, being that they live, all the way in the woods, it's civilization is far away.
I still get DoorDash.
Yeah, but
of course, civilization.
They tack on an extra 95 cents to deliver to your house.
You want to hear some shit?
Go ahead.
All right, check this out. So yesterday I'm like, Ma's making meatloaf, which you probably think is hysterical, but she really was. And I'm not a big meatloaf fan, and I was hungry kind of early, which never happens, but I was. So I'm thinking I'm going to order, like I used to order, and I'm thinking, what am I going to order? So I pull up, it wasn't DoorDash, it was Uber Eats that I used to use in Florida all the time, right? So I pull up Uber Eats, and I'm looking, and it said, you can order Applebee's. And I'm like, I don't want to order Applebee's, but it came up and said, order Applebee's, delivery fee, $17.98. Right? Like you won't even pay that much in food. $17.98. Burger King was $21.97. Like, are you serious? Burger King?
Chili's and get the 2 for $20.
Well, I don't drive. So
I mean, if you're lucky enough to have a date, but I mean, hey.
Well, I haven't made any dates in Pennsylvania. Would you like me to?
Yes.
Really? Actually, that's a lie. I do have a date on Wednesday with my hubby, Sheena.
Go ahead, have dates, enjoy yourself, stay an extra week. Everything is fine here.
Sheena is a woman. It's not really a date because I'm married and she has a boyfriend, but she is my hetero life mate, and we will be eating at the B-Dubs.
That's good. I'm telling you, stay an extra week, girl.
You will stay an extra week. I can't. I got to come home.
For what?
Other people miss me there, and it's your sister's birthday. I got to come home for that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll cover it.
No, you won't cover it. I haven't even purchased a gift yet. Look at you laughing. It'd be nice if you missed me once in a while.
With this. Again. You didn't even leave 5 minutes from the house when you first left. You don't miss me. Nah, baby, I'm playing it chill. I'm good. I'm not this groveling idiot, jock sniffing, son of a gun. I miss my wife. I can't do nothing. Nah, baby, I'm being chill. I'm thug life.
It'd be nice if you missed your wife once in a while.
I'm thug life.
I hope you choke on that headphone cord, you jerk. You with a stupid face. Really?
Handsome, smiling, white teeth, clean skin face.
Nobody cares about your clean skin and your white teeth. Nobody cares.
And your handsomeness.
Nobody cares.
People care about my handsomeness.
Nobody cares about your handsomeness. Oh my God.
Especially since I'm doing that commercial for Jovan.
You lost that vote, pal. Let it go. Let it go. You lost that vote. It's not even there anymore.
Did you happen to see LeBron win a championship last night?
Now, you know that's going to stick in my ass. Why would you talk about, I can't stand LeBron James. You know this.
I know. Now, let me tell you something. You talk about the Miami Heat and talk about the championship. I was betting on Miami to push this to 7 games, but those guys were exhausted. I watched the game and I said, these guys could not keep up with the Lakers. They overplayed themselves and overachieved the night before. They just didn't have the legs. They got out hustled, everything. It was credit to the Heat. They were awesome. Jimmy Gangster is probably, he just moved up the charts ahead of LeBron, ahead of Carmelo. I mean, Jimmy Gangster, he brought the game to LeBron. Kudos to him.
I cannot believe that I have no hate for the Lakers, so nobody send me hate mail. I appreciate the Lakers. However,
complaining LeBron is
something. I don't like LeBron. Like, I don't like LeBron. I thought when the season started, the Celtics looked fantastic. And then we had to stop because of the COVID. And then everybody went in this bubble. And then I don't know what the hell happened. But now the Lakers have the championship and we don't. I don't get how that even occurred.
I'm going to say something here. And being a basketball person that I am, if LeBron was to play in the Michael Jordan era where the Knicks were playing thug ball and the NBA was rougher, LeBron wouldn't be that great. And he'd be.
Oh, I agree.
He would not be LeBron James.
He's a bit of a whiner. And I don't think he would have made it during that time when everybody in the 90s, when everybody was playing hard ball. That would not have happened.
No. And another thing, too, is you watch LeBron play. He's throwing elbows on the way to the hoop, hitting guys in the jaw, pushing guys out of the way. He's bigger than most. He's like a freight train. But if you were to play with the Ewings, the Oakleys, the Masons, the Derek Harvers, the John Starks at that time,
Patrick Ewing would have eaten LeBron James alive. I'm going on record as saying that right now. He would have eaten him alive. Patrick Ewing was brutal.
Can you imagine a Dennis Rodman or a Bill Laimbeer playing against LeBron?
No, Dennis Rodman would have eaten him with a fork.
Kevin McHale. Larry Bird.
Loved Larry Bird. Loved Larry Bird.
So, to being in a softer basketball era, LeBron, you're good, but you're not as good as Jordan. You'll never be.
No, you'll never be Jordan LeBron. I don't care what anybody says. You will never be Michael Jordan. You could try to be. You can call yourself the GOAT, but there's only one, Michael Jordan, way better than you. Way better than you. And people can vote about that, but we don't care because we both agree. Right?
All right, Noel. Looks like we covered our time here, so put it out. Close the show.
All right. I got you guys. Remember, you got 5 days to vote. Is it a Hoagie, a Sub, or a hero? Vito and I could both lose on this vote. So you guys got 5 days to vote. Get at me at Twitter at Magic capital T Spiller. I'll have the poll up Monday later in the afternoon. Check us out on our social media under the Big Vito brand, thebigvitobrand.com. And make sure you subscribe to twitch.tv/the Big Vito brand. Your subscription helps us keep our programming rolling. And you can listen to us on audio literally everywhere there's audio. I don't even know how many stations carry us now. Do you? I lost track. It's a lot.
Yeah, I'll check with my Jovan sponsors and get back to you.
I'm going to need some of that Jovan sponsor money, by the way. If I stay in Pennsylvania any longer, I'm going to need more clothes. Just putting that out.
Go ahead, buy it. Stay an extra week. Buy yourself another couple pairs of pants and shirts. Stay an extra week.
Oh, you're bribing me now because you know how I am with the shirts and the pants.
Go to Kohl's.
No, Kohl's is expensive unless you have Kohl's cash. Plus, I don't wear anything from Kohl's. Look at the way I dress. Does this look like Kohl's clothes to you?
Go to the Kmart in Thorndale.
Ew. Is that even open? I don't shop at Kmart either.
You should go see our girl Carla at the CVS.
They closed? Kmart in Thorndale is closed, Vito.
Man, it's going to be a bowling alley.
It's going to be a bowling alley? No, there used to be a bowling alley down the street, and then the guy burned it down for the insurance money. Long story. Really happened. True story. Ingleside Lanes. Look it up. Actually happened. Google it.
I believe you.
You believe me? Okay, as long as you believe me. All right, guys. So from Pennsylvania and from Florida, we thank you for joining us, and we will see you back here next week on Mr. versus Mrs. Bye-bye.